Shalom, Israel. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops at Great Millstone. And peace and salutations and peace and mercy to the prophets, the hopeful elect, the 144,000, and to the men and women of the 12 lost tribes of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Shalom, shalom. Back with another lesson. I'll title this one, What Sorrow Awaits. What Sorrow Awaits. Call halal Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, call halal Yamla, Allahayanawa, Abanawa, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Something that's on my spirit, and as the title reads, What Sorrow Awaits. And this will be straight to the point. And, we heard, Pete Hegseth, the U.S. Defensive Secretary, the U.S. right now, because the U.S., this place is spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt. This is the second Egypt. The second, if you want to say the second Sodom and Gomorrah, spiritually known as Babylon. But this place, the U.S., is in a 1939, wartime, footing, man. We know what happened in 1939. The whole situation with, Germany and Poland. Great Britain and France. The invasion and war. World War II. We're approaching World War III. World War III, the final war, the War of Armageddon, the greatest war of all times. This will be the last war. It's going to take place over there in the so-called Middle East. See? The Valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahawashi, the Valley of Judgment, the Valley of Decision. This is where the Lord is going to bring all the nations. He's gathering all the nations' militaries, and he's going to bring them down there into that Valley of Jehoshaphat. And he's going to plead for his people, the Hebrew Israelites. Israel is a people before a place. Jerusalem is a people before a place. See? But this place, the U.S. it's the Lord has it, this place cornered in. This place is cornered. The Lord has this place cornered in. See? He told you, because this place is going to be sacrificed. The judgment is coming to this place. One, they put up a false image of the Lord, the Savior. They put up a blonde, they put up a long hair, pale skin, blue-eyed, and named him Jesus the Christ. You blasphemed the Lord. And then what they've done to the Lord's people, his chosen people, to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, what they have done unto this unto his people, into this in this place. Because we know a good majority, a good bulk of the tribes are right here in Americas. This is that place where that great destruction, that great deliverance is coming to. Now, it's just we see the government shut down. It's supposedly ended, but they can kick the can down the road just a little bit more. But at the end of January, we're going to be right back in the same situation. See? This place is running out of a rope. See? It's running. There's no hope for this place. See? You got over 150,000 people lose their job just in the month of October. See, the homeless crisis. You know, your flights are being canceled. The education system is breaking down. Food crisis with food stamps, and the health crisis is unfolding. People ain't gonna have no health insurance real soon here. Let me go here. It's just the Lord told you that He was gonna overflow their hiding places with water, and it's just symbolic to a flood. See, because the Lord is sending. The Lord is just symbolic, and the Lord is sending plagues. He's sending plagues upon the earth, but ultimately to this place, and it's like a flood. It's like a flood, a water just overflowing, just non-stop of judgment and this is ultimately to the wicked and to you other nations, because judgment is going to start with 2/3 of His own people, because a lot of them ain't right. See? Just constant flow of just flood water. Judgment, plagues, nowhere to go, nowhere to go. Your money can't help you, your weapons can't help you, because a lot of Americans, they want to resort back to their guns, their weapons. That's not going to save you. That's not going to save you. Let me go here. Isaiah 31. Call halal Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Isaiah 31:1, and it reads, it says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. See? Woe means destruction. Huh? Woe means destruction. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel. See, neither they seek the Lord Yahawah. See, and in this whole government shutdown, and it just shows crisis after crisis. They don't look to the God of this Bible, man. They don't look to Yahawah. Why Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi? And they tell you that, what is that in 2 Chronicles? That whosoever will not seek the Lord God of Israel shall be put to death. And we know here in the U.S. and around the world, but ultimately in this place, they're not seeking the Lord God of Israel, the Holy One of Israel. They're not doing it. They're not doing it. But the Lord said, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. There's sorrow that's awaiting. See? Ain't nothing going to get better. You're going to go through your little holidays, your Thanksgiving, your Christmas, and, and He told you in Jeremiah too that He was going to send fanners unto Babylon. It's just crisis after crisis after crisis. It ain't gonna stop, man. The people are feeling it. They're mourning right now. People can barely afford to pay their rent and get food for their children. This is turning into a nightmare, man. And then you got war taking place right here on the soils of America. The military is being deployed to the streets here. The ICE, the National Guard. And look, the Lord is he's gonna the Lord's gonna rip the heart out of this place, man. It says too, it says, yet he also is wise and will bring evil. See? It says, yet he also is wise and will bring evil and will not call back his word. What is that? What is that? Isaiah 45? The Lord said he gonna bring he gonna bring evil, man. See? And all of this stuff that's going on is evil. It's evil, and this is the Lord who's doing this. See? Isaiah 45:7. It says, I form the light. See? I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. And create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. See? This is why, they ain't nowhere to go. People think that they're going to be able to sidestep and beat what the Lord is bringing. I don't think so. I don't think so. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. See? So the Lord said, yet he also is wise and will bring evil. See? And we're headed towards Jacob's trouble, the great tribulation, a time like never before that the world has never ever seen. Ultimately, this place, the U.S., it says, and will not call back his words. Everything written in this book is going to be done. It says, but will arise against the house of evildoers and against the help of them that work iniquity. So we know he said the help of them that work iniquity. It says 3. It says, now the Egyptians are men, and this is who the so-called white folks are. They're the new modern day Egyptians. They're in rulership. They dictate policy in Congress. They're in rulership right now. They're the new modern day Egyptians. It says, now the Egyptians are men and not God. It says, and their horses flesh and not spirit. When the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that help, see, when the Lord stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they all shall fall together. And we have, starting with our people, 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, a good majority of our people, you believe in the American democracy. You're down with this place. You're totally down. We tell you who you are, you don't believe that. You trust and believe in this place. And then when you have celebrities and, especially when they was pushing that Beetlejuice, that jump shot. You had, some of our people that are celebrity and different in these, good high-end paying jobs. They were help pushing that, man. Just like they're going to help push this MOTB, this CHIP. A lot of you celebrities. It says, when the Lord stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall. You're going to go down with this place. See? The Snoop Dogs, the TD Jakes, you know, all these different celebrities and fake pastors, you know, Sunday Christian pastors, and, you know, all of this nonsense out here, the sellouts. The sellouts, those who sold out and turned away from the Lord, even on down to average regular 2/3 Jake. You're gonna fall, man, if you trust and believe in this place. Your days are numbered. It says, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down. And they shall fail together. See, this train, you're gonna miss the plane. This plane is getting ready to leave. It says for thus hath the Lord spoken unto me, like as the lion and the young lion roaring on his prey, when a multitude of shepherds is called forth against him. He will not be afraid of their voice, nor abase himself for the noise of them. So shall the Lord of hosts come down to fight for Mount Zion, see, and for the hill thereof. 5. It says, as birds flying, so will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem. Jerusalem is a people before a place. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. That's Jerusalem, see? But in the end here, the elect out of the Lord's people, the elect, it says, as birds flying, so will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem. And we know those chariots. It says, defending also he will deliver it, and passing over he will preserve it. It's just symbolic to like a bird protecting its nest. But what the world and Esau calls them UAPs and UFOs, those are the chariots. We know those. That's how we're going to get out of here. That's how we're going to get out of here. And it tells you they shall be amazed at the strangeness of our salvation, because those missiles are coming. Those missiles are going to hit this place, the U.S. and over there in the Holy Land, Israel, the Israelis. But this place, the U.S., is going to be destroyed forever. That place over there in Israel is going to be destroyed, but it's going to be built back up, because that's where the kingdom is going to be at. But this is it for this place, the U.S. This is it. But those ICBM missiles are going to hit this place. War is coming. And how you going to be delivered out of that is to get beamed up into them chariots. That's it. That's it. It says 6. It says, turn ye unto him from whom the children of Israel have deeply. See? Turn ye unto him from whom the children of Israel have deeply revolted. See? That's why the Lord said, what is it, Isaiah 1? Can I get there just real quick? It says, Isaiah 1 and 3, because our people are hard-headed. They don't want to listen. It says, Isaiah 1 and 3, it says, the ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel's a people before a place. But Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider. See? They don't care nothing about this word. And they don't care nothing about them, about their heritage, a good majority of our people. It says 4. It says, a sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. This is what our people do. They take their influences and they corrupt, man. They corrupt. It says they have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backwards. See? See? The children of Israel have deeply revolted. Rebellious, rebels. See? But what did the Lord say? He said turn ye unto him. Come back. This is why this is the last call for alcohol. Just being sarcastic, but this is the last call, man. Because on what's about to take place, the judgment that's coming. The judgments that coming. Turn ye unto him. See? Who? To Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Warning you day and night about what's about to take place. But our people, they don't want to listen. It says 7, for in that day every man shall cast away his idols of silver and his idols of gold, which your own hands have made unto you for a sin. Because in this place, the U.S., is full of idolatry, idol worship. See? Idol worship. That's what takes place in this place. They believe in the Virgin Mary, Guadalupe, Allah, you got all these different Buddha, these different false gods, all this idolatry, man. See? But the Lord said, for in that day every man shall cast away his idols. See? It says, because it ain't going to mean nothing. It ain't going to mean nothing. See? And look at you. Look at you. They're struggling. It's just a big fat problem in this place. It's just a mess. And how are you going to get out? Where are you going to go to escape all of this? Because your money can only take you so far. The problems keep building up. See? The problems keep building up. Where is your idols? Where is your power? See? It says 8. It says, then shall the Assyrian fall with the sword. And we know Esau is the new modern day Assyrian. See? Then shall the Assyrian fall with the sword, not of a mighty man, and the sword not of a mean man shall devour him. It says, but he shall flee from the sword, and his young men shall be discomfited. Because we know those missiles are coming. They tell you that the Lord's sword shall be bathed in heaven. 9, it says, I'll close out with this. 9, it says, and he shall pass over to his stronghold for fear, and his princes shall be afraid of his ensign, saith the Lord, whose fire is in Zion, and his furnace in Jerusalem. See, Jerusalem. It's a people before a place. Matter of fact, I'll close out with this. I got one more. Because the people, we're warning our people, and they just can't see it. They don't believe it, man. They don't believe it. They just don't believe it. A good majority of our people, they don't agree with this. Even though we're reading the scriptures to them, they just can't see it. They don't believe it. But what the Lord say? John 20 and 29. They're going to believe everything else. It says, John 20 and 29. It says, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi said unto him, Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed. Blessed. Blessed are they that have not seen and yet have believed. Shalom.